Wow, wow, wow. Welcome to our TV network, Longreach TV network. This is Apostle Daniel coming to you live. And I'm very much excited even today to be talking to you. Wow, especially at these very beautiful, exciting and challenging times of our business. I'm very much excited and super excited. I don't know about you, but before we go far, let's begin to engage. I'm looking at you and I want you to talk to me right now. Begin to type in and tell me where are you watching us from. Begin to type in the number of your country, that will represent. If you're in South Africa, tell me where in South Africa, are you? Are you in Polokwane? Are you in Gauteng? Are you in Emelo? Bloemfontein? Where are you watching us from? It's very exciting. I'm looking forward to be talking to you, engaging with you, and I know it's going to be an exciting journey together. Now, follow me as we take a journey to understand now, the art of leadership and the art of followership within the Longreach business space. Now, let me just say, you would understand that the business environment has evolved and has changed drastically since March 2020, because of the COVID-19 saga. So once this COVID came, the reality is the business has been affected, the landscape has changed, and we had to adapt, we had to change, we had to find new ways, innovative ways of doing our business. Now, one of the critical things that is very much clear, I said, we need to make sure that for us to survive in this business, we need to change our way of thinking, we need to change our way of doing things. And now today, I want to say to you, now, for this new way of doing things and this new way of thinking, it speaks to one critical aspect of the business, and that is the aspect of leadership. And again, that is the aspect of followership. Now, today I'm going to cover the scope on the art of leading and the art of following. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be marvelous. Those that know how to lead and those that know how to follow are bound to succeed in this changed business environment. Teams that are able to lead and to follow will be able to survive and realize prosperity and sustainability during this time. Wow. Now, let's start off with this powerful, personality by the name of Faye Wattleton, who said the only safe ship in a storm is leadership. Can I say it again? She said, the only safe ship in a storm is leadership. Wow. What an exciting statement. The only safe ship in a storm is leadership. Now, we need to understand that in every situation, we are able to navigate through because of the strength of the leader. The quality of the leader determines, the ability of the organization or the team to thrive, to succeed, and to survive under any given circumstances. When a leader is unable, to lead properly, then the ship will be able to sink. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me paraphrase before we start. Remember the story of a man of Galilee, a very powerful man. One time he journeyed, with his collective, with his team, the 12 gentlemen, the 12 boys. And as they were sailing and in the middle of the sea, there arose a storm, and yet he was asleep. Now, this is something you need to understand. When the storm hit the boat and water started to jumping in, people felt it was a perilous moment of their lives, and they saw death, they saw disaster, they saw destruction. And the man himself was not affected by the wind, nor by the storms. He remained quietly and peaceably, sleeping. And they had to wake him up, not the storm, but them had to wake him up and say, Master, don't you see that we are about to perish? And when that gentleman, that powerful man, that powerful leader, in the records of history woke up, he simply knew what to do in that moment to safeguard the lives of those that are in him. That's why I say the only safe ship in the storm is leadership. When he woke up, he was not terrified by the environmental factors that were affecting, their environment. He woke up, and as a leader, he immediately knew what to do now. Leaders know what to do in the hour of storm. They know what to do when the environment is full of challenges. The business environment under COVID has changed so much. It is so perilous, it is so thunderous that even our members who are in our team are scared because of the storms. They think they will not survive. You know, the job market is shrinking and is shedding people. And because of that, many people have been retrenched, companies have been liquidated, people are losing their jobs, people are losing their income. So even those in the business, those who were, thriving in the business is no longer thriving because of, we are no longer able to interact with people the way we were able to interact with them before the era of COVID. Now, this, therefore, challenge requires a very strong leadership. Therefore, it is therefore very critical, very necessary for us to address the leadership aspect within the Longreach business space. We need to understand this leadership concept and be able to adapt ourselves in our new way of changing, in our new way of thinking, and in our new way of doing things. We need to adapt ourselves through leadership, and that's what I'm going to cover this day. Now, in terms of the leadership, I want to talk about the art of leading now. What is it that people are looking for when they are looking for leadership? People require a leader. But what is it that we are looking for in a leader? Number one thing that we require from a leader, it is the ability of that leader to see beyond. When Jesus and his people were in the storm, all people saw calamity, but when he woke up, he saw beyond the storm. He saw tranquility and peace. Now, during this time, when the environment has been stirred up, it is so perilous, it's full of uncertainty, your team members need a leader who is able to see ahead, a man of a vision, a man with eyes of an eagle who is able to see beyond the storm. Actually, the storm that is threatening the boat, it is the storm that eagles love for them to sail and to soar. Ladies and gentlemen, the very environment that is destroying others, the very environment that is putting other businesses under, it is actually a safe, powerful, conducive environment we need for us to soar and succeed. Now, that which is killing others is actually what we need. It reduces competition. Let me tell you, in Longreach business, have seen many multi-level marketing businesses have went under. Those that were in competition with the Longreach giant business have went under. Where are they now? Before COVID, there were many making noise. Where are they today? They went under. They capsized because of the storm. But in the very hour of the same storm, Longreach continues to thrive. It continues to have its AAA rating. It continues, to record positive, profits. Why? Because of the strong leadership. Now, we need to be able to have principle number one, have the power to envision or visioning. So we need a leader that is able to see, tomorrow in today. The vision means I'm able, as I stand today, I am able to see, our next year. I'm able to see tomorrow today. If I can see tomorrow today, I am able to prepare myself today for tomorrow. Now, leaders are able to bring the future into the current and actually enjoy the benefits of tomorrow today. A leader is a person who is able to invoke the environment of tomorrow and bring it into now. You are able to draw the future into the current, and actually by the time many others arrive into the future, they will find the mine of gold already having been exploited. By the time they arrive into that future, their future will be your past. So when they arrive into the future, you will be into another future. Are you listening to me? So their future is your today. And their future is your past. And that is the power to envision as a leader. Now, leaders are those with an ability to see a forest in a seed. That's what leaders do. Now, let me talk to you. How many mangoes have you eaten your entire life? How many avocados have you eaten your entire life? If we begin to count the number of mangoes you ate and the number of avocados you ate, the number of oranges you ate, I can then say, where are the seeds in the orange? Where are the seeds in the mango? Where are the seeds, in the avocado? So those who saw the forest in the seed, actually after they ate the flesh, they took the seed and put it to the ground, and today they no longer have to buy an avocado, they no longer have to buy a mango, they have it at the backyard. They are busy harvesting from it in the right season. Why? When they were eating the fruit, they saw other fruits in the seed. So leaders are able to see a forest inside a seed. They are able to see a harvest in the seed. That's the strength of a farmer. A farmer, buys the best quality hybrid seed. Even though it's expensive, they pay, money, for the seed, for the hybrid seed. Why? Because the hybrid seed has high yield guarantee. The hybrid seed has got uniformity. The hybrid seed, it's been protected against common diseases that affect that particular crop. So they invest more money in the seed because they know if they are guaranteed quality in the seed, then they are guaranteed harvest. Quality in their harvest. So farmers who are smart, leaders that are smart, they are able to see their harvest inside a seed. And that's what we need as a quality in our leader. That your leader and you as a leader listening to me, you need to have this ability of seeing your harvest inside your seed. Every person, everyone in your team, it is a seed into your harvest. Every member within your structure is that seed that carries in it your harvest. So we need to have a vision. We need to see our tomorrow today. We need to see our future, today, and actually live our life today in the context of our future. That's leadership, ladies and gentlemen. That's leadership, brothers and sisters. Now, each time God called a man into greatness, the first thing that he did was to open his eyes into seeing. He came and he created the first man. And after that, he made every beast of the field. Whatever that he sent us created, it had to pass through him. Why? For him to see it. And God said, as you see it, give it a name. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can see it, you can name it. If you can see it, you can identify with it. If you can name it, you can control it. Whatever you give a name to, you have control over. Even a child that is born of you, the first thing you do when they arrive, you give them a name. And for the fact that you give them a name, they are then under your authority. So leaders must have the ability to see it, because that which they see, they are able to name. So when people see calamity now because of the COVID challenge, and you see calamity, then my friend, retrench yourself and go and rest on the bench and allow those in the bench to come in and play the game. Because in this game, you need to have a mindset of a leader. You must be able to see, because those that see are able, to have control over what they see. If you can see it, you can subdue it. If you can see it, you can have dominion over it. If you can see it, you can name it. If you can name it, it will then be subject to you. You will say, but I gave you a name. I gave you identity. Now, he called Abraham. By the time he was Abram. Abram talks about a man who was a failure. A man who had failed in life. He could not have a child and he was very old. So Abram is an epitome of failure, of barrenness. When you say Abram, you are actually shouting to the very core of barrenness. But when God wanted to change a man from being barren to being fruitful, he said, get out of your house. And when he got out, he said, look up into the sky. And he said, what do you see? Now, leaders, we ask you every day, what do you see? What do you see? That is very important. You need to ask yourself that in this perilous time, in this exciting and challenging time, what do I see? So God says, Abraham, what do you see? And he said, I see the stars of heaven. He said, are you able to number them? That was the second question. But the first relevant question was, are you able to see? What do you see? And I want to talk to every leader within the business space of Long Reach. What do you see? Do you see calamity? Do you see distraction? Do you see hopelessness? Do you see a platform that has failed? When you look into Long Reach, what do you see? When you look into your members, what do you see? When you look into your team structure and your team composition, what do you see? When you look into the business environment, what do you see? If you are not able to see, then you are not a leader. You need to retrench yourself. And this is very serious. So you need to have the ability to see. Now God says, as far as your eyes can see, this, as many as the stars of heaven, I've given them to you. That was number one. And as many as the sand upon the seashore, meaning he must see that. Then he took him to the place and said, what do you see? He said, as far as your eyes can see, I have given you that land. So God wants us to see. Now, the requirement for leadership, because he was to be a father of many nations, he had to have the ability to see. So if you are to lead your team, you must have the ability, even if they don't have it. you must be the first to see. You must be because if you can see it, you can make us to see it. If you can see it, you can influence us into seeing it. What do you see? It took Moses to the mountaintop and said, look at the land I promised you. Moses had to see it. What do you see? What do you see? Joshua and Caleb entered Canaan. When others saw giants, they saw grasshoppers. When others saw giants, they saw, a meal. They said, those guys are like bread to us. Let's go at once. They will be given over into our hand. When people saw challenges, when people saw trouble, they saw meal. When David looked at Goliath, others saw a giant, but David saw an opportunity. He said, this man, what did you say? What will the king give to the man who can kill this man? What? A daughter for what? When he saw the man, he saw the prize. When he saw the man, he saw the ability and the opportunity to change his status. He was a single man. There was a marriage opportunity in Goliath. When others saw a giant, he saw a wife. When others saw a house, he saw the opportunity to gain proximity to royalty. Hey, come on. God had anointed him. He knew the throne was awaiting him. But marrying in the house of Saul meant being closer to the royal house, learning the royal principle, learning how the dimensions of leading and governing. He was to learn governance in that house. He said, what? I would rather kill this man. This man is an obstacle between me and my throne. He is an obstacle between me and my wife. He is an obstacle between my status now and my status that I must be. So if I kill him, I marry into the king's family. So when others saw a giant, a champion that never lost a battle, he saw an opportunity. He saw the prize. He saw an opportunity. Now, you need as a leader to see beyond what your team sees. You must see beyond them. And that defines you as a leader. So what you see determines your leadership strength. Because leaders are pathfinders. When there is no way, leaders often travel the path that is known. Leaders choose to travel a path yet untreaded because they want to leave a trail behind. If I go and travel on the tar road, they will not see the footprints of my walk. I want to walk a walk that will be remembered as a legacy to generations coming after me. I'd rather go into the jungle and pave my own way, and they will look at my footprints years to come and say, a giant walked this path. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a leader, be prepared to be a pathfinder. You must be ready to be a pathfinder. You must walk the path many cannot walk. You must walk the path many are scared of walking. You must be able to invade territories that many others are so scared and intimidated of. If you are intimidated by newness, if you are intimidated by the new environment, you are not qualified for leadership. Leadership is not for the meek. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's for those that are able to envision, who are able to see the future today, who are able actually to bring the world of tomorrow into today and actually optimize and take advantage of the benefits of being there before others. I say you are a pathfinder. But number two, leaders are courageous. It's a requirement. If you want to be a leader, you must be courageous. If you are a man of fear or a woman of fear, ladies and gentlemen, leaders must be courageous. There's a woman, who took, when men were scared, this woman said, no. Was it a Tanya? He said, no. As for me, give me a sword. He said to the men, he said, if you do not follow me, they will laugh at you. That the women went against the enemy and conquered and came back with the head of the enemy. And men followed her. Listen to me. If you want to be a leader, take the sword and move forward. Don't be a coward. Because cowards die many times before their time. If you want to be a leader, be courageous. It is required of you. The burden of courage, it is placed upon anyone that desires to be a leader. So leaders are required to be bold and courageous. No one wants to follow a weak leader. No one wants to follow a weak leader. The strength of leadership is embedded in courage. And this courage, it is not coming as a result of perfection. Every person, every human being has got, he is flawed. We are imperfect. We make mistakes and we err. So our courage as leaders, it is not coming out of our infallibility. We are flawed. We are able to make mistakes. Yet we are not allowing our mistakes, to hold us back. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to learn to go past your past. Don't allow your past failure to rob you of an opportunity to make, to take a bold move forward of courage. You might have been in the business and failed. You might be coming from another network, business that failed. But when you step into this platform, have courage and say, it doesn't matter how many times I failed, I'm still moving forward. One man who brought us the light bulb tried it 1,000 times failing. It is on 1,001st attempt. He had the courage to continue even when he failed so many times. It is those with courage to continue even in the face of danger and failure who will actually make an impact in life. So if you want to be a leader within the long reach business space, you need to embrace the spirit and the attitude of courage. You must be a courageous leader. Don't allow your imperfections to silence you. Don't allow your mistakes to silence you. Even when others talk about your mistakes, don't focus on that. Focus on the new world ahead. Remember, it is envisioning. But number two, because of what you saw in the future, even if you make mistakes as you go there, have the courage because you have seen the end in the beginning. God declares the end from the beginning. So a leader must be able to declare the end. I see myself as an SD5. That is the end. Because you see that it doesn't matter how many times you fall. Each time you fall, you rise up again. Why? You know you have not yet reached the end. The end is SD5. So leaders don't quit because they've seen the end in the beginning. Number three, if you are to be a leader and desire to be a leader, the school of leadership requires you to have the ability and the smartness to leverage. Now, what is leveraging? It means you must be able to see great attributes in others. If you are a leader that is self-centered, it's all about you. It's all about your abilities, then you're not a leader. If you are to be a leader, you must be conscious of the abilities of those around you. You must be able to appreciate and take advantage of the strength of those that are around you. You must be able to embrace if people under you excel and their excellence threatens you and makes you insecure, you are not a leader. Because a leader wants excellent people in his team. A leader wants a team that we call a winning team. And a winning team, it is made up of individuals with different individual capabilities, but these individual capabilities are synergic in their operation. The synergical effect, it is that they produce something, an output that is much greater, much bigger, and much better. They say a chord that has 7 strings is hard to break, but a chord that is single, breaks so easily. So it is very much important for a leader to be able to leverage on the abilities of others. Tap into the skills, talents, capabilities of other team members to bolster organizational strength or your team strength. I don't know what team you are, but that team requires you to be a man of vision, a man of courage, and a man that can leverage. You must be able to know who is in the makeup of my team. Who is in my team? What is it that they know? What is it that they can do better than me? You see, leaders are not the most intelligent, but they are the most wise. There is a difference between wisdom and intelligence. Intelligence, we see it in the books when you pass and get 100%. But wisdom is more than intelligence. So wisdom says, this one is more intelligent than me. This one sees things better than me. This one can speak better than me. I bring them close and I allow them to shine. When they shine in their individual capabilities, I, as a leader, will be celebrated. They will say, oh, that is, SD Vivian. Oh, that is SD Soli. Oh, that is Apostle Daniel. Oh, that is so and so. You will be celebrated, because people around you are making you to shine. When your team members are given an opportunity to shine, their light together becomes your bigger light. Ladies and gentlemen, when stars shine at night, the sun is not bothered. Because in the galaxical kingdom, the sun is the king. So the sun has no problem with the stars and the moon shining at night. But the moon and the stars, they know when the day comes and the big king comes, we bow and let the king shine. Ladies and gentlemen, as a leader, don't be intimidated by the skills, talents, capabilities of your team members. As they shine, they make you shine more. And that is being able to leverage. Number 4, decision making. Leaders must be decisive. If you dare be a leader, you must be a decision maker. You see, I don't respect a man or a woman who cannot make decisions. I respect a man and a woman who can make a wrong decision. You rather make a wrong decision rather than not making a decision at all. Because then you are a leader. Leaders are respected for the decisions they make. We respect them for the decision. So leaders are paid more money at work, in your workplaces. Those that are in the corporate world, you understand that leaders actually are paid more. Some of them have diploma, you have got a PhD, but they pay your leader more, and you with your PhD, they pay you less. You know why? They simply say, this one has got a bigger role. And you know most of the work is done by you. But most of the money goes to a leader. You know why? You are not paid for decision making. You are paid for the operations of the business. That one is a decision maker. So decision makers are paid more. So it is paying, it is rewarding for you to be a leader. So leaders are paid for decision making. So if you're a leader who cannot decide, retrench yourself. Because life has no vacuum. I want to say it again. In life, there is no vacuum. If a leader fails to decide, fate will decide for him. Actually, indecision is decisioning. If you don't make a decision, you have decided not to decide anyway. So whether you decide or not, you have decided. So rather you take charge of that decision so that you can account. Because ladies and gentlemen, even if you don't decide as a leader and the organization fails, you will still account for the failure of your that was born from your indecision. So I would rather decide and make a wrong mistake. When I come and say it was a wrong judgment, then I can become wise. John C. Maxwell said, failure gives us an opportunity to start all over again more intelligently. So leaders are not scared to fail. When they fail, they see it as an opportunity to improve themselves. So leaders are decision makers. Now, number 6, leaders must be able to use the surrender tactic. I did not want to talk much about this one. To transform weakness into power. Now, if you realize that others are more stronger than you, surrender to them. And when you surrender to them, at that time, you are actually developing. Let's say I'm not able to present in my team, and I'm the leader, but I've got a team member that is able to present. I will bring that person to present, and I'm there to back up this person. In the process, I am working on, as I attend the presentations of my junior, I'm actually learning from my junior the skills of presenting. So I've taken my weakness, in my weakness I've surrendered. I'm allowing somebody to do it. And as they do it, I'm working on my weakness, transforming my weakness into strength. So I call it, use the surrender tactic as a leader to transform weakness into power. The day I appear, when I appear as a presenter, I will speak, and people will say, wow, what a man. But it's because I was able to use surrender as the surrender tactic, meaning I transformed my weakness into power. This is about leadership. But let me talk to the follower now. I spoke to the leader. Can I now talk about the art of following? This is the art of leading. Let's just recap it. In the art of leading, I said number 1, the leader must be a person that is able to envision. Number 2, I said he must be a man or a woman of courage. Number 3, I said he must be able to leverage on what he has. But number 4, you must be able to be a decisive leader, be able to make decisions. And number 5, you must be able to use a surrender tactic. You don't want to be a champion all the time. You appear to be. There are people in leadership. They want to appear to be Mr. Know-it-all, Mrs. Know-it-all. That's the wrong attitude. You need to learn when to surrender. Let go. Let others take over. And be on the grandstand and clap hands for those that are doing well, doing better than you. But as they do well and better than you, you learn from them to become the best. Now, I'm going to the art of following because I spoke to you as leaders, my fellow leaders. Let me speak to our followers and to me again as a follower. Now, a team comprises of 2 or more people. But for harmony to reign in the team, I said we need leadership. But now, leadership is useless until the people we are leading are able to follow. A good follower makes a good leader tomorrow. We learn leadership through following. So now I want to say to you, even as you are a pre-diamond, a diamond 1, diamond 2, and you are under your leader, don't worry. You can develop under that leader. As you are following, with love, as you are following with respect and with honor, one day you shall be followed by many. So best leaders are born from following. Now, this is what I want to say. Number one nugget of the art of followership is that do not outshine your leader. This is a very serious temptation. You see, like now I'm under team expansion under, my able SD Vivian. I will never in a day think I'm better than her. I'm under the able leadership of SD Solomugome. I will never in a day, think I'm better than them. Because the day you want to outshine your leader, it is the day you begin to spiral down. The downfall of a great person, it is in the competitive spirit that they desire to outshine their leader. So the downfall of many is their desire to outclass, outsmart, and outshine their leaders. This self-centered approach buried the destinies of many great people before their greatness could manifest. Now, let me tell you, even in a workspace, when you want to be better than your neighbor, you are actually feeding into their insecurities and into their fears. And now they make you a project. So they start to develop strategies on how to manage you and how to finally eliminate you. So don't die before your manifestation. Learn to be humble. Do not have a desire to outshine, outsmart, or outclass your leader. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. You lose nothing. Make those above you to feel comfortably superior. Let them feel that they are in charge. Let them feel they are greater than you. Let them feel that, hey, we have this powerful one under my leadership. Their leadership crown must never be threatened at any stage of your shining. That's very much important. Number 2, make your leaders appear more brilliant than they are, and you will be greatly respected. So when you are under your leader and you are smart, you are brilliant, don't bring forth your brilliance as if it is crowned above the brilliance of your leader. Actually, do some things and give credit to your leader. If you want to be the best follower, I always follow the footsteps of my leaders. I check what they do. Without them knowing, I take their pictures. I put on my Facebook wall. I celebrate them. I salute them. I make sure that my team under me know about my leaders. I celebrate them. I bring their strength. I salute them. Why? Because never in your life, make your leader feel you are more brilliant than they are. Make them have this sense that they are more brilliant than you. Even when you know you might be more brilliant. This is a virtue. It is not a sign of weakness. Make your leaders feel more brilliant than they are, and you will be greatly respected. Number 4, you see, leaders are not necessarily flawless. Leaders are not necessarily perfect, or leaders are not necessarily the most intelligent. Often it is their wisdom that sets them apart. You may be more intelligent than your leader, more smart than your leader, more brilliant than your leader, but remember, what made your leader a leader, it is not wisdom, it is not intelligence, it is not smartness, it is their wisdom. The reason they gave you a platform to shine, it is in their wisdom. So we celebrate leaders for their wisdom and not for their intelligence. So don't allow your intelligence to fool you. Learn to celebrate your leaders and make them appear smart and intelligent more than they are, actually. Now, wisdom makes them recognize the various skills, talents, and intelligence in others. And when they do, they bring those individuals into their cycle to reinforce their vision. Now, when leaders bring you close, it is not actually because of you. It is because of the quality they see in you that is aligned to the vision, the future they see. They say, I want to get there, but for me to get where I see, this person doesn't see where we are going, but this person has the wisdom, this person has the ability, the skill to take us there. So what I do, I bring these people with their different skills to help the organization have the stamina, the strength, and the capability to reach the desired end that is known unto me and not known unto them. So the reason your leader brings you closer, it is not because they are weak. It is because they know what they are doing. They know where they are going, and they have seen a quality in you that can get the team there to the benefit of all. So listen to me, my brother and my sister. Learn to follow wisely. Learn to follow wisely. So when you seek to outshine your leaders, you provoke fear and insecurity in them. And yes, they must act swiftly to eliminate you because you are now a threat to their vision and their intended purpose. So when they remove you, it's not that they are wicked. Every leader must be cruel at times. Because if you are a threat to the vision, then you are a threat to the very purpose of the group or the team or the organization. So once you become a threat to your leader, you must be eliminated. This is the principle of God. Gideon, you have got too many men. Reduce them. They are a threat to the vision. After reducing them, I said, hey, there are still many. Take them to the river. I will separate for you. Then when they get to the river, those who are leaking, lapping water from their palm, take them. Those that are lying on their tummy, return them home. Why? Because the vision, where we are going, we need people of a particular mindset and strength, and these are the ones. So, ladies and gentlemen, the reason your leader brings you closer is because they know where they are going, and they see you as a resource to help the team get there. So don't fool yourself. You are not the best thing that has ever happened to that team. You are just one attribute to the powerful team. Number two, lift up your leaders. Meaning that what you need to do when called upon to team up, with your leaders, always remember to elevate, celebrate, and lift up your leaders. Humility is seen in our ability to celebrate those above us. Pride always fights for recognition above all others. You see, pride will make you to want to appear smarter. It is pride that will stop your mouth from recognizing, uplifting, and celebrating your leaders. So learn to uplift and celebrate those that are in your leadership. Now listen, honor attracts honor. Once you master the art of honoring others, honor will come to you. The greatest teacher in leadership says, do unto others as you would them do unto you. Meaning that, the hand that giveth, it is more blessed than the one that receives. So when you give honor, you will receive even more honor back to you. So the grace that you honor will elevate you. The mantle that you dishonor will seriously and definitely disgrace you. So if you want to be great, find great people and admire them. Find great people, elevate them. Find great people and celebrate them. So your leader is there for you to celebrate. Your leader is there for you to uplift, and your leader is there for you to honor. Now, let me quickly rush to number 3. That is, you become great by mastering the art of following. I said it. The art of greatness in leadership is in mastering following. Great followers today become great leaders of tomorrow. This means to be a great leader, you must be a great follower. Great leaders are, in essence, great followers. Until you are followed, you will not know how to handle those that follow you. So you master leading by following. And this is very important. Jesus himself in the school of leadership, he said, the son doeth nothing but what he sees the father do. Then he says to the disciples, imitate me, as I imitate the father. Then Paul, a student of this school of ministry in leadership, he says to his church, imitate me as I imitate Christ. So learn to imitate your leader. Now, one of the biggest temptation that we have in the school of leadership, it is the desire to be unique. The desire to be a pioneer. You want to say, yeah, I'm the first one to do this thing. You want to be celebrated. You want to be seen as the best thing that has ever happened in the team. There is nothing new under the sun. Before you, many others like you went ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, don't desire to be the first one. God has never created anything to be unique. Ladies and gentlemen, the first man that was created, the specification was, let's create man in our own image, after our likeness. So a man is a copy in his own creation. So everything that we see in the world, it is copied. God created one tree, put a seed in it for it to reproduce, meaning producing after your kind. So when you want to learn and master the art of following, learn to become like your leader. Use your leader as a pattern and a model that you follow in your personal, development. Now, I want to deal quickly and address the aspect of of servitude. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest virtue of followership, and it's a virtue, not a weakness, is the ability to serve. Servitude. You know, the greatest leader of all time said, anyone among you, because people are contesting for greatness, he said, anyone among you that want to be great, let him be a servant. However, he who wants to be the greatest, he must be a servant of servant. Meaning, the way to greatness is servitude. So when you serve, you become great. But when you find a serving man and serve a serving man, you become even greater. Now, in your team, your leader is actually leading and is serving. So, and there are other people serving under your leader. So when you find those that are serving your leader and you submit to their authority and serve them, you are actually serving a serving man. When you serve a serving man, you become even greater than the greatest one, because servitude, it is the only way and the only ladder that is developed for us to march into greatness. So learn the art of servitude. It is not weakness to serve. It is a virtue. It is a strength. Another one here is simplicity. Many people think you become great by becoming sophisticated. I've seen many people in the long reach business trying to become celebrities. Hey, we are not in a business of looking for celebrities. Don't try and be sophistication, because sophistication is equal to complication, and that which is complicated cannot be understood, and that which is not understood cannot be followed. So the greatest art of followership is in simplicity. So simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So McDonald's built their business on a principle that we call keys. You can simply kiss it. What do we mean? Keep it simply sweet. Now, simple. You know, you keep it, you know, simply, strictly simple. So now, what you mean is, if you want people to follow it, make it simple. So you need to master that art of simplicity. Don't complicate it. Just kiss it. Keep it simply simple. You know, simple. Don't complicate yourself. Don't bring drama. Don't be, a drama queen. Don't be a drama king. Don't be a celebrity. We are in a business of TVs. We are in the business of selling products. We are in a business of sales. So don't complicate it. You are not a celebrity. You are a member of a team, a member of the corporate. So be simple, and we are going to achieve. I'm taking more than I need. I'm finishing it. I think I'm left with just two ones that I'm closing with. Number 6 is gratitude. Now, gratitude means it is an attitude. And somebody said your attitude determines your altitude. So meaning that your attitude tells us how far you can go or how low you can go. A bad attitude stinks like a pigsty. When you have a bad attitude, even when you are silent, there is a smell, a particular smell that carries the power to repel. People want to move away from you because you are smelling, and it is the attitude that smells. So make sure you have an aromatic attitude, an attitude that smells so sweet that people are drawn to you. Don't smell like a sewer, because people will be reminded of the place they don't want to spend more time upon. So you need to have an attitude of gratitude. And what we mean is, gratitude is attitude. Now, what is attitude? Attitude determines your altitude. Attitude can disqualify one from a blessing. Attitude can hinder one from receiving a miracle. Bad attitude stinks, I said, and pride is one of the example of that bad attitude. Jealousy is one of the example of that bad attitude. So you need to have, a gratitude, an attitude of gratitude. As a man thinketh, so is he. So when you have a positive attitude, the attitude of gratitude, how do we see it? You become thankful. Now listen, they said one of the marks of the end times is that people shall be unthankful. So those that are unthankful, there are people who are supported by their leaders, and when they become better and they end better, they even forget, undermine their leaders. Now listen to me. You need to express your thankfulness. You need to have a heart that gives gratitude to those that made you. You need to have a heart that celebrates and salutes and honor those that made you. So you need to embrace attitude. I'm not going to go much deeper into it. Number 7, you need to be able as a follower to cover the nakedness of your leader. You need to be able to cover the nakedness of your leader. Now, the principle of life is, ladies and gentlemen, leaders are human beings just like us. They are not flawless. They have the ability to make mistakes. Your leader will make mistakes. Your leader will make wrong judgment and wrong decisions, but don't take advantage of the mistakes of your leader and make your leader the subject of discussion in secret WhatsApp groups. Are you listening to me? And secret calls that are made eat Nicodemously in the hour when others are asleep. So you need to have an attitude, that is so beautiful that you cover the nakedness of your leader. When you see the mistake of your leader, you cover it up. The Bible says there is a man, Noah, who had, sons, and one of the sons saw him naked because he was drunk, and he went to tell others, come see the man is naked because of drunk. Others, instead of coming to enjoy the party of gossip, enjoy the party of belittling the man who saved them by making and building an ark for their safety and survival, they took a cloth and they took it and they stretched it and they came walking backward. And as they were walking backward, I want to demonstrate to somebody here. As they were walking backward, they started to say, where is our father? They were walking backward. They were walking backward. Then they covered the nakedness of their father. Now the father, the leader, was drunk. Ladies and gentlemen, your leader is dangerous even when drunk. Your leader is dangerous even when he has made mistakes. A drunk man, when he sobered up, he was not told what happened. He knew. Even when you gossip your leader, even if you can consult certain powers against your leader will still know, even if he is not told, because it is the honor of leadership. Now, when he woke up and sobered up, he simply went and he cast them. And he said, a servant of servants you shall be for the rest of your life. Cast be Canaan for thy sake. Now, listen to me. When you do not cover the nakedness of your leader, you are attracting a curse over your life. Many don't succeed in the business simply because of curses from their leaders. They don't have to open their mouth to curse you. The mantle of leadership, the anointing of leadership, the crown of leadership, the oil upon a leader will curse you. And once the curse of a leader is upon your life, you are bound to be ashamed in your life. So I want to say to anyone that is following any leader, respect your leaders. Follow them, boldly. Follow them with joy. Submit with love. Even when they make mistakes, cover them up. You'd rather go discuss it on the other side with him. Don't discuss the mistake of your leader with other members of the team. You'd rather go to your leader and say, my leader, maybe there is this thing, I don't know how you see it, and you find a way to deal with that mistake and that nakedness of the leader. And the leader will respect you even more for having pointed out to their nakedness that you have covered. I want to close it and say, ladies and gentlemen, remember, under this new challenging environment that is exciting, you need to master the art of leading, but you also need to master the art of following. You that are following today, you are a leader tomorrow. You that is a leader, you will be the best leader even when you learn to follow as well. Let me tell you, Melchizedek was a leader. Abraham was the greatest leader, but when he found Melchizedek, the man carrying the highest mountain, the highest crown, he submitted and surrendered himself. So I want to say to you, learn even as a leader. I saw, even SD Vivian in the group, they're saying, I want to celebrate my powerful leaders. And he mentioned our SD Sean, he mentioned, SD Oki, he mentioned SD Jerry and Pastor Pam. He was saying, these are my leaders, I celebrate them. Have the attitude of celebrating them, covering their nakedness. And I'm telling you, you are making doors of favor to open for you. As we run the business of Long Reach, I want to say, go back and reflect, go back to the drawing board, think through to what I said. The art of leading and the art of following. These two you need as nuggets for you to make it under these perilous but yet exciting times. I love you all. This is Apostle Daniel. I am checking out. I love you. Come on. Keep commenting there. We want to know where you are coming from. We want you to be encouraged. We want you to be motivated. May God bless you. I love you all. Sharp, sharp. God bless you.